What's good, people? It's about that time to randomly relate, reverse rants, no hate. So, people, take a listen. This is Eddie Hearn being interviewed by Coogan, of course, and he's going to ask him about the Tyson Fury situation with the contract. So, let's hear it from Eddie.
Talk to me. Yesterday, I bet your phone was blowing up a little bit. Everyone asking about this AJ Fury situation. What can you tell us here in Manchester?
I was going to do a video last night because you were phoning me. I had journalists phoning me. I had all the other outlets phoning me. But I don't want to ruffle anyone's feathers, but at the same time, I feel like it's important to tell you what's happening, and also, I don't want someone trying to make Anthony Joshua look bad for no reason. So, first things first, we have been sent no contract. No contract has been sent. So,
hold on, wait, tram alert. Go on.
Yeah, so Tyson Fury came out last night and said, I've sent the contract to Anthony Joshua and his team. He hasn't. His team hasn't. Oh, hold up.
Right, hold up.
That'd have been good content.
Joe getting run over.
Quite a trend.
Hopefully not.
Yeah, so we've been sent no contract for a fight in September. On Tuesday or Wednesday, George Warren sent me an email and said, look, would you be interested in a fight in September? We've discussed terms before. We don't think it will be that hard to make. What's your thoughts? I rang George Warren immediately and said, listen, we're planning our August fight and we're obviously in negotiations in Saudi Arabia for the fight in December. If we can't get that model moving, we would be more than happy to look at a Tyson Fury fight. So, look, from AJ's point of view, he's not in those discussions. All he sees is, I'm fighting Jay Opetaia, I'm fighting Dempsey McKean, my next fight's going to be in Australia, oh, I've sent a contract to Anthony Joshua. So in his head, he's like, look, he's just trying to get clout, he's just trying to get people talking. And I'm saying, look, maybe not, maybe, we've got a good relationship now with George Warren, we are talking, but honestly, nothing else to tell you at this point other than there has not been any contract sent to us, but we are talking to George Warren, and if our plans don't come into fruition, we would, of course, be open to discussing a fight with Tyson Fury.
So, for what reason currently would the fight with Wilder not materialise? I know you've said the whole Fury, Usyk, Wilder, AJ thing, if that wasn't to happen on the same night, that the possibility of AJ Wilder could still happen.
Yeah,
so
it would. No.
why wouldn't it happen then?
Well, if we don't agree terms. I mean, ultimately, we're being told by Saudi that fight's on. We're being told that Deontay Wilder is in for that fight, but we still have to receive an actual offer. But we know how Skills Challenge work, and we're comfortable and confident that fight's going to proceed. So this is a big curveball to everything we've got planned. And I don't think that AJ's has the mindset of macchiato. Double. I don't think AJ's in the mindset of, oh yeah, I'll just drop my plans to just do what Tyson Fury says because he's been there before. But this interview, my interviews that I'm going to do, is not about ruffling anyone's feathers. It's not about saying, oh, he's a joke, he's this or that. Of course, the Tyson Fury fight is a fight Anthony Joshua wants. We haven't received the contract. We are in communication with George Warren. That's all positive. I'm being honest with him. We're negotiating for a fight with Deontay Wilder and also our fight in August. So this is completely away from our plans. We're not willing to alter those plans on the promise of something, and he's supposed to be fighting, and the Australian promoters say that deal's nearly done. I don't know, but look, we'll see what happens. The good news is we're talking. There's nothing more to say. I'm not going to comment any more on it. We'll see what happens.
Can I just, one last question. You touched on it before, but Tyson Fury's post, are you saying, from Tyson Fury saying a few days ago, I got sent a draft contract to Anthony Joshua for a fight in September. It's a fight that everyone wants to see. A few days ago, I sent...
Oh, you said I got sent, yeah.
No, I sent.
No, he hasn't.
I sent a draft contract to Anthony Joshua. Are you saying that's inaccurate?
Absolutely. No contract been sent to Anthony Joshua.
Okay. So it's just Tyson just writing this, is what you're saying?
Yeah, no, maybe he thinks one has, but they definitely reached
Were you
out.
being told that was the case?
No idea. I mean, when I saw that post, I called George Warren straight away and said, what's this? And George Warren said, no, he hasn't been sent a contract. But they have reached out to me. to discuss the fight, but no contract's been sent.
Okay, so I know we like to kind of push the...
Okay. So, as I said before, and I'm saying it again, I don't believe a word that comes out of Tyson Fury's mouth. Eddie Hearn is a businessman, and he doesn't want to start to like really go hard about what's being said and done. And I think by now everybody knows Tyson Fury is full of cap. He's full of something else too, but he's full of cap. And pretty much he just stood here and said, no contract has been sent. I saw that Tyson Fury short video claiming he just sent Anthony Joshua a contract. Listen, we know he's a hypocrite and a liar. First, I'm not a businessman. I don't deal with that. I let Frank Warren deal with that stuff, and Bob Arum, I'm a fighter. I focus on the fighting. Now he's, out of his own mouth, claims he sent the contract. His minions are too blind to see, like, hey, this dude's a liar. He's not a businessman. He doesn't get involved in that side of it, right? And all his minions, I had people on my channel trying to tell me Tyson Fury this and that. Oh, you don't understand Tyson Fury. Tyson Fury doesn't even understand Tyson Fury. I'm not a model. I'm not a bodybuilder. You surely not. You're surely not a bodybuilder, but you're certainly on the cover of a couple GQ magazine covers, which makes you a model. Yeah. So everything he says, he contradicts himself. Why in the hell would Eddie Hearn lie and say that there was no contract sent if it was? He's telling you, he's not talking to Frank Warren. He's talking to George Warren. And that they have a pretty cool, working relationship. What's the lie about? If that was a fight that was, okay, we're going to take this fight and that's what's going to be next, then, I mean, think about it. What would the purpose be? That he's going to pretend that there's no contract sent. And then on top of that, do you hear George Warren jumping on the camera, challenging him, saying that it's a lie? No, this is Tyson Fury with his bullshit. How the hell could he think someone sent a contract when, no? See, Coogan's asking a stupid question in that sense because why? Tyson Fury himself said he sent the contract. And so you don't see Frank Warren in front of the camera talking shit about a contract being sent. You don't see George Warren. You don't see nobody. You see Tyson Fury running his mouth once again. Still trying to play these childish games. Look, like I said, we heard Anthony Joshua was fighting Wilder, right? We heard all this other stuff. Then all of a sudden, Usyk is fighting Wilder. There would be nothing to benefit playing these games, man. Like nothing. So we're hearing he's fighting Usyk. Wilder's fighting Usyk. Then all of a sudden, Daniel Dubois is fighting Usyk. If Dubois, he has a new trainer. If he doesn't, in an injury, if he's not ready, then Wilder's in. Now you hear Eddie Hearn saying that they're negotiating to fight Wilder, right? They still haven't had the offer yet, but the whole, the particulars are not there. But this is the interest in this fight. Nothing else. Nothing in writing that this is what we're doing. But this is what they want to do. Then you heard what Tyson Fury was fighting this guy McKean. I don't even know who the hell McKean is. I looked him up and I'm like, all right, why would Tyson even want to fight this guy when I watched him fight? Anyway, this is what I mean about boxing in general. But this dude, Tyson Fury, man, something is really like wrong with this dude's brain, man. Why would you sit there and just make up lies like that? When you want to actually get in the ring and fight, that's I feel like the only time announcement should be made. I feel like at the end of someone's fight, the only way a fighter should be allowed to come in the ring is if he's, invited to do so. Because for one, you're trying to take that person's shine that just won. And unless it's like, okay, should you win this fight, the next fight is with that person. Just like how you saw, with Katie Taylor and Serrano. If you win, that's the next fight. If that's not the case, and you got people just jumping in the ring for what reason? It makes you a clout chaser. It makes you, for one, it's just disrespectful because there's no actual fight lined up. You're just jumping in just to say, waste everybody's time. We saw Tyson Fury beat Dillian White. We saw him beat Derek Chisora. I didn't see the Derek Chisora crap, but I saw the highlights, some highlights or whatever. Not even on purpose. But just saying, we saw Joe Joyce. We saw Usyk stand there and Fury made this big scene hollering, "Come on, Joyce," and if he can't get the ugly little man. Remember all of that? And what happened? Nothing. And Tyson Fury said he will never say Anthony Joshua's name again. He's not talking about him again. He's blew his chance of a lifetime, blah, blah, blah. Just to turn around, again, contradict himself. And you guys sit there that you just eat it up and not look at this guy and realize this guy is full of himself. If you're going to promote a fight, you do that as early as possible. When you know everything's locked in, it's good. This is what we're gearing for. Nobody's going to sit here and play dumb and act like, oh, we have a contract, but we're just not going to sign it. I guess he's back to his whole, what is he trying to do? Make it look like, oh, I sent the contract and Anthony Joshua's scared to sign it? Just like Eddie Hearn said, they already have their plans to what they're doing. And, there's no need for Anthony Joshua to stop what he's doing. Just to okay, let me focus on Fury now. So all of a sudden, once again, Fury pulls some nonsense and then there's no fight. No, you do what you have to do. Just like I said, every fighter in the game needs an opponent. So all of this, he blew it. No. Why is Tyson Fury not fighting Usyk? All this other nonsense. So now, no undisputed. The thing, I got so many thoughts going through my head right now. It's like, man, I can remember saying, there's no guarantee that we're going to get Usyk and Fury. And the way Fury's talking, I don't really think that fight's going to happen. Let's not forget, Anthony Joshua didn't walk away from the fight. Fury walked away. He comes with these ridiculous terms and then, oh, you got 24 hours to sign. What is this nonsense? And then when they don't sign the paper, when he wants it, I'm done. Just take whatever terms and crumbs I give you. Knowing damn well it doesn't work that way. Then gonna walk away from the fight and then say, I'm so disappointed that I couldn't get the... What you mean you couldn't? You walked away. Now here you are. Goes to show you. Fury knows. He hear what people are saying. But every fighter that has these minions, they get this false confidence that they can just keep doing what they're doing. I guess it gets to a point where they're like, you know what? Okay. I'm getting tired of Fury. Who the hell is McKean? When I saw this guy, I'm sitting up here like, man, why would you even want to fight McKean? Why? The only reason you need to stay busy fight is because you avoided Usyk, you avoided Anthony Joshua. And as far as I'm concerned, you're just sitting here, clout chasing and trolling again because first off, you're lying. Eddie Hearn just straight up said no contract has been sent. We've been in talks with George Warren, but that's all we've been in talks. There's no contract sent. Not to Eddie Hearn, not from Eddie Hearn to George. Yeah. Boxing in general, when it comes to the big fights especially, it's like you don't believe it until there's a press conference. You see the guy sitting there. They got all the advertising signs in the background, MGM Grand or, O2 Arena or wherever it's going to be. And that, okay, it's on, it's official. Like it honestly, just from hearing words, you want to know something? When I saw that short video, I didn't make a video about it on purpose. Simply because it's Tyson Fury. And I just don't believe a word that this guy says. Now you're hearing it from Eddie Hearn. And it's crazy because you can look like you hear other people talking and it's, oh, see, but Tyson Fury said blah, blah, blah. And this, see, AJ don't want that smoke. Look, you're doing what you're doing. You have your plans. No one fighter's career should be based around, clamping their fingers together on their hands and knees, hoping and wishing for some prayer miracle that this person, finally accepts the challenge and wants to fight me. No, you go do what you have to do. You heard what he said, that he has an August date and then a December date. So if Deontay Wilder, you heard him saying that they're negotiating with Wilder and that Wilder, according to Wilder's team, that they're in, right? So if that's the case, then AJ and Wilder would be in December. You understand? So it would, obviously it would be a August date for Anthony Joshua to, stay active, and then he can go right in his preparation, to start training for Deontay Wilder in December. But other than that, you know, I don't know why Fury just has to be such a liar, man. But this is like, it's ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Like, this is a grown man. He just says a lot of dumb things. And the thing is, like, Fury gets in front of a camera and say things that I don't know about you guys, but I get that cringe feeling when he talk about things. And it's just like, man, you are a grown ass man. And the fact that you actually had the heart, just think about this. I want y'all to feel this. This man had the nerve, had the gall, the heart to stand in front of a camera and tell the world that he was looking forward to fighting Emmanuel Char. Emmanuel Char. Although Fury's undefeated and holds the WBC title, if Anthony Joshua, even though coming off of 2 losses, said he was fighting Emmanuel Char, do you know he would never hear the end of that? And you know he wouldn't. Then he goes and have this pension fight for his good friend Derek Chisora. And yet, here he is now, right back to square one. Right back to where he said he'd never be. Because Anthony Joshua blew his chance. He and Frank Warren both said that. Right? Talked like they were so disgusted about the situation. Yet, Fury's the one that walked away. And I think he's just trying to keep himself relevant. Just by talking shit. Because, honestly, if no contract being sent and you sitting there saying that's not a mistake. How could you think someone, look at Coogan trying to even make excuses for him. Maybe he's under the impression someone know. How the fuck could you be under the impression when you're the one who said that? And for you to say that would mean someone said to you, hey, yeah, we have a contract that we've sent out. Not we're going to send it out tomorrow. Not today, next week, next month. No, we have a contract that we sent out. No, Fury claims he sent it. So how the fuck could he think that it was sent out when he claimed he sent the contract to Anthony Joshua? So, yeah, this is not even interesting to me, man. It's just, like I said, I wasn't going to do a video about what he said because it's Tyson Fury. But now, for people who, they might even put LOL, like, why you don't like talking about Tyson Fury? No, listen, it's boxing news that I like to give. But I don't like having to do videos about he said, she said. And then it turns out that nothing's true. It's not going to happen. No fight. Just a bunch of talk. That's not fun. It's no fight. But this is just Tyson Fury doing dumb Tyson Fury type shit. You heard it from Eddie. So I could have sat here and paraphrased what Eddie Hearn said. But this is the time. Let me just play this and let everybody hear what Eddie said. Because Tyson Fury and his minions, they love to talk and just run their mouth about what they don't know. You guys have no idea how many times I had Tyson Fury minions in my comment section trying to tell me, just you wait, Aries, you'll see. Tyson Fury's going to do this. No, just you wait, because I'm not sticking around for it. And every single time they told me Tyson Fury was going to do something that was justifiable, something that was honorable, he didn't do it. And you know what happened? They get so quiet you can hear crickets. And like I've been saying, anytime you want to rumble, you reach out, you make it known. You don't go to Twitter first. You don't go to Instagram first. You don't go to TikTok first. You don't go to YouTube first. You don't go to Facebook first. You reach out to that individual. Okay? Your team, go to his team, or however you want to say it. Have your people call my people. Yeah, whatever. And y'all make it known that y'all want this fight. Y'all negotiate. Everything's done. Everything's done. Fight's on. Now we make the announcement. Where's the respect in that for someone that just talks and then doesn't do what they say they're going to do? Just saying. So for Fury, and to be honest with you, even down to his biggest minion, you guys should not let him off the hook. Okay? I say the way you punish these fighters and teach them a lesson is by not ordering or feeding into coming out to an arena to their bullshit fights. I mean, because it's no reason for him to not fight Usyk. There's no reason for him to not fight Anthony Joshua. You know, there's no reason for him to not fight Andy Ruiz. No, he wants to be greedy. He wants the lion's share of the money to the point where his opponents can't really, they're eating crumbs. And mind you, he out of his own mouth laughed at Usyk, mocked him, saying he's not a smart man. I threw you crumbs and you took it. All this and that. You're not a smart man, right? He's letting you know, I don't really want to fight you. So I'm going to give you an offer, a crackhead offer, that I know you're not going to accept. Huh? And then Usyk accepted, and all of a sudden, now this dude is, oh, well, you know, well, now I want to change another stipulation. And Usyk said, look, I'm not your bitch. I'm not playing these games. Tyson Fury does that. He knows what he's doing. So y'all can walk around and think that he's the fucking Incredible Hulk or something, like he fears no man. He'll go in there and do this with anybody. And listen, when you start penny pinching like that, you start to lose that hunger. You start to lose that killer instinct. You start to, because everything is just all about a dollar, which he claimed the money didn't matter to him. Now, I'm reiterating all this because this is all the shit that came out of his mouth, and it's so crazy how I can remember him sitting on these different interviews, had the whole world supporting him because of his comeback story and all this. I have the greatest comeback story in history, and I believe, yeah, that's all you care about is bragging about yourself, because you came back, and we all had faith in you that you get that belt, and we wound up having undisputed, and then you just wound up doing the same fucking thing that the previous champ was doing. Just holding the belt hostage. And you've done nothing to try to make this fight with Usyk and Anthony Joshua in a way that it made sense. So yeah, you just wanted to sit back and make it look like, you know, these guys are ducking you. They're scared of you. Meanwhile, you're running around hopping in WWE rings, still getting some millions of dollars. So you're taken care of in between that. So you're not getting money from just boxing. I'm trying to figure out when you're going to get tired of playing these stupid games, and when your minions are going to get tired, okay, of chasing you around, making excuses for you. It's just not called for. I mean, I can sit here and play that video right now for those who didn't see it, and the man's like, he's a habitual liar. I think something is wrong with Fury. Like something like it's more than like bipolar. I just think something like he's just mentally, something is wrong with this guy. Anyway, no fight between him and Anthony Joshua on the table right now. No contract sent. Anthony Joshua was planning to fight in August and then again in December. And that December date, obviously, that's the one that they want to do with Wilder in Saudi. And the fact of the matter is, you know, we got word that the hold up with that double main event, which would have been Wilder versus AJ and Usyk versus Fury, was Fury asking for too much money. He's greedy, bro. He wants everything to himself. You know, Eddie didn't want to speak on that shit. We already got the news on that, but Eddie didn't want to speak on that because that's not what he's focused on. But let's just be real. And like he said, you don't want to ruffle anybody's feathers, but I also don't want people, you know, trying to make Anthony Joshua look bad. And that's exactly what he's trying to do. I sent the contract to the bodybuilder, but he's afraid of the Gypsy King. He's scared to death. He doesn't want to fight. He hasn't responded to me. And that's the type of, that would be his next fucking stupid ass video. Him lying about sending the contract, and then Anthony Joshua didn't respond, and then he's scared of me and all this bullshit. Yet he's always the one walking away from a fight, pulling away from a fight. Same way he didn't give Klitschko a rematch. He's always like, you know, this dude is just, I just can't even bear him sometimes. I hear his name and I'm just like, do I really want to talk about this dude, man? Like, because it's like, what am I going to be talking about when I talk about Tyson Fury this time? The same antics all over again. He wants to, a couple of weeks ago, Tyson Fury challenged everyone. Yeah, I know. He figured out how to make short videos on YouTube, and now all of a sudden he just fell in love with that shit. And then he just make video after video just saying stupid shit because none of it comes into fruition because he doesn't really want it to happen. So when I was talking about these worthless title eliminators, right? Now you see No fight with Ruiz. Oh, Ruiz overpriced himself. Bro, stop it. Stop it. Stop it. Anyway, I'm done. Never fall in love with lies. Remember, the truth brings hate out of people, and I will catch y'all on the next video.